In the year 2157, Earth's skies had fallen silent. The satellites that once circled our planet were nothing but drifting debris. Deep space probes, gone dark, erased by a cosmic emptiness that felt colder than the Arctic winds. For everyone left on Earth, the dream of reaching the stars had faded, traded for questions and a loneliness that pressed in like the midnight frost. But there was one person who hadn't let go. Far out in the frozen wastelands, Dr. Lyra Quinn sat in her crumbling observatory. Her radio telescope was old, patched together with parts that probably belonged in a museum, not on the edge of human hope. Still, every night, Lyra tuned in, listening to the endless static of the universe, searching for a sign, anything to prove we weren't truly alone. Most had moved on, her colleagues, friends, the world, everyone convinced the silence was an answer in itself. But Lyra, she just couldn't quit. Nights turned into months, each one colder than the last. The wind rattled the walls, but inside Lyra waited, patient, stubborn, listening. And then one night something changed. In the middle of all that cosmic noise, a pattern appeared, a pulse, soft but steady, repeating at perfect intervals. Like a heartbeat, distant and impossible, echoing across the void. My heart would have raced too. Lyra recalibrated her telescope, isolating the signal with shaking hands. This wasn't random. It had rhythm, structure, a haunting melody, almost human, drifting through the static like a forgotten lullaby. The pulse grew stronger. The ancient computers around her, silent for years, whirred to life. Lights flickered on. It was as if the observatory itself remembered this call, answering to something buried deep in its circuits. On her screen, shapes shimmered, symbols glowing and shifting like constellations. They moved, twisting and turning, until they formed a single word in English. Remember? And just as suddenly as it came, the signal vanished. Silence again. But something was different. Lyra stepped outside, into the biting cold, and looked up at a sky ablaze with stars. Her breath hung in the air, but it didn't sting so much anymore. Because the stars weren't silent after all. They had spoken, and the message was clear. We were never alone.